You have to have this dynamic with your girl. She needs to thank God that she's with you, not the other way around. Larry over here gave this talentless way too much credit, way too much pedestalization. Bro, she's some mid-looking Eastern European chick that takes thirst trap pictures on the internet, bro. Come on, man. There's thousands of her. There's only one Larry Wheels. Nigga, like, there's a new turning 18 that looks just like her right now. If kills me when I see guys that got their money together, got their life together, etc., and they're getting with these ungrateful, useless that provide almost no value. Bro, this was a flight attendant when you met her in Dubai. Get the out of here, man. You were giving her 50K a month, taking care of all this other bullshit. You guys are split. What are you doing? Bro, don't give her shit. Okay, let's go right here. So, as you guys all know, our favorite guy, Larry Wheels. I'm going to play the clip as usual, guys, in full, and then we'll react to it.
Why ain't she here?
What's up?
Why ain't you bring her?
We separated.
You just gonna tell him that on camera, nigga?
It's the truth.
No wonder we depressed. You wanna me to call her, fix it?
Call her to fix. You trying
Can
to
we
fuck my
fix
wife?
this?
I'm good, man.
First, no, I'm not trying. See, what, no. What happened? I mean, do you? Just saying.
I mean, look, we just grew apart. That's it.
Did you let the streaming come between us?
What's that?
She gave up. Nigga, you must have been a real asshole for her to give up the G-Wagon.
I mean, we're separated, but I'm still gonna have to take care of her. So I'll get her something nice. I'll make sure she's good.
Now, why don't you go fix that shit?
What's that?
Why don't you go fix it?
Beyond repair.
No, it's not. Go right. It's nothing's beyond repair, nigga. You just gotta go fix it, nigga. Is it worth fixing, or are you cool being you?
It's beyond repair, man. Beyond repair.
All right, man. We ain't gonna talk about that shit. Why ain't she here?
What's up?
All right, here, I got another clip right here from Beard Buck. Hold on, let me get this thing for you guys real quick.
Why ain't you bring?
Here, let's play it back one more time. This one seems like an extended version.
Yeah, it's a wife.
Why ain't she here?
What's up?
Why ain't you bring her?
We separated.
You just gonna tell him that on camera, nigga?
It's the truth.
No wonder we depressed. You want me to call her, fix it?
Call her to fix. You trying
Can
to
we
fuck my
fix
wife?
this?
I'm good, man.
First, no, I'm not trying. See, no. What happened? I mean, do you? Just saying.
I mean, look, we just grew apart. That's it.
Did you let the streaming come between us?
What's that?
She gave up. Nigga, you must have been a real asshole for her to give up the G-Wagon.
I mean, we're separated, but I'm still gonna have to take care of her. So I'll get her something nice. I'll make sure she's good.
Now, why don't you go fix that shit?
What's that?
Why don't you go fix it?
Beyond repair.
No, it's not. Go right. It's nothing's beyond repair, nigga. You just gotta want to fix it. You just gotta go fix it, nigga. Is it worth fixing, or are you cool being you?
It's beyond repair, man. Beyond repair.
All right, man. We ain't gonna talk about that shit. Can you get what the f driving?
Gentlemen, I'm not even going to bother doing a parade and say, look, I told you so, or try to like dance on it or make fun of, like, I'm pissed off for Larry. And the reason why I'm pissed off is because it really bothers me when I see talentless, uncharismatic, useless women with no really tangible skills or assets, right, come in, suck all the value out, and then leave. These are basically Cell Stage 1, bro, okay? You guys remember the Cell from Dragon Ball Z? They got the tail, and he'd prick you and just suck the life out of you, and then you'd be like, ah! That's these women, bro. And when I tell you guys, right, hypergamy it's real. It's real, okay? It's real, and we live in a society where it is no longer contained. Do you guys understand what I mean when I say that we live in a society where hypergamy is not contained? You know what that means? We live in a deregulated sexual marketplace. When you live in a deregulated sexual marketplace, okay, what that basically means is anybody can hook up with anybody assuming age of consent is met, okay? And that there's actual physical consent, right? Age of consent, then actual real consent. As long as those two things are met, anybody can hook up with anybody. Now, when the idiots in the 1960s originally bought into this idea of feminism and free love and birth control and letting have, complete autonomy over their sexuality and, being big and 304s and doing whatever they want, they did not foresee this. They thought, let's let women be, let's let women be 304s, let's give women birth control, let's give all this power, right, to be as promiscuous as they want to be with no consequence. And everyone's going to get love. But what people fail to realize is this. When women are left to their own devices, they typically go with the best option to them. Now, let me be clear about this. The best option to them doesn't mean it actually has to be the best option to them. This is the key. It's just what they feel is the best option to them. Do you guys understand that? So if you have game, you're able to love bomb properly while maintaining this delicate balance of still having some bad boy-esque traits while simultaneously love bombing, you can create the illusion that you're a good counterpart. You can fool the hypergamy to a degree. That's all game is, by the way, chat. It's utilizing female nature and hypergamy against them to get what you want, okay? Now, prior to 2026, we had conventions in place to keep in line so that this pernicious biological trait of female would not destroy society, okay? Because remember, guys, if a woman gets pregnant, right, she now is going to be a burden on everybody else. You understand that they have to be sexually selective to a degree, right? And if they're not sexually selective, you can literally destroy everything, right? This is why men have this, like, proclivity to hate, like, not hate, but to, like, be so disgusted by. The reason why men are so turned off by is because you have a biological thing in the back of your man. You're hardwired to want to support your children, your biological children, okay? You're not designed to be a fuck. That's why it's shamed. You're designed to want to protect your girl, your alongside the offspring that you guys created together, right? And a defense mechanism is, since men can't naturally ensure paternity, you look at traits and or you're disgusted by, just like women are turned off by guys that are short and ugly or might not have money or status, you're turned off by girls that are, because for a woman, she needs security. So she looks for survival traits. Is he tall? Does he have money? Does he have status? Does he have the ability to give me and my children resources? Men, we look for security too. But our security is, are you going to not be a slave? Am I secure where I know the children are mine? Men don't ask for much. Women ask for way more. Their security is for their survival. Our security is, are the kids mine? Okay? And for thousands of years of human history, we've done everything in our power to curb and or stop and or negate or impede women's ability to exercise hypergamy and be. But that all crashed in the 1960s. We removed the shackles of shame. We removed the shackles of the church. We removed the shackles of religion. We removed the shackles of being a mother, right? We removed everything that used to keep in check and accountable to their husbands and their partners. What we're left with now is a deregulated sexual marketplace where women decide who they want to hook up with and who they think is the best deal. But here's the problem. Since most are stupid and emotional creatures that can't really make proper decisions, they go off of what's good right now versus what's good long term. This has led to the fluster, which is the current sexual marketplace now. There's a reason why arranged marriages were a thing for so goddamn long. The reason why arranged marriages were a thing for so long is because we don't really have a good ability to ascertain the long-term success of a man, right, as being a good father. I'll give you an example. Guy A, guy B, right? Let's say I'm a dad and I have a daughter. Guy A comes in, he's 5'8", he's a nerd, he's not the most attractive guy, he has weird mannerisms, but he makes $100K per year, nice guy, sexually inexperienced, etc., right? But he wants to be a husband and have children. Guy B comes in, Chad, 6'5", multimillionaire, has a Ferrari, right? Super charismatic, super charming, etc. But he's not really looking for anything serious. He's not looking for something for a long time. He's looking for a fun time, right? So me, as the father, I'm going to go with option A. Why? Because I know he's going to be able to provide long-term security to my daughter. So I know what's best for her for the long term. But if I were to leave the decision to my daughter, who do you think she would pick? She would pick the Chad because she's a dumb. And if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and go on TikTok and look at all the complaining in a car about how they can't find a guy. The reason why is because guys have figured out, the higher status guys, the good-looking guys, the Chads, they figured out how to circumvent hypergamy and get what they want from the without giving what they need to give. Ace man, thank you for the gifted. Does that make sense? This is why arranged marriages were a thing for so goddamn long. The father was there to protect the woman from herself. He was there to pick the best partner for long-term security and a stable family. But when you leave to their own devices and you have fatherless households, you don't have a father or a brother or some male, okay? Some male involved in the mating process, the woman is destined to fail. Why? Because we go with what's hot right now. Well, they care about, I want to have fun now. We're very short-sighted. And the reason why they're short-sighted is because they have a finite amount of time to maximize their looks to their benefit. Between 18 to 30 years old is the window. They got about 12 prime years that they can use. That's why they say I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Your job as the father or the brother, because you don't have a vested sexual interest in this woman, you actually care about her and her longevity, is your job is to find a guy that's going to be the guy that can take care of her long term beyond 30, right? But since so many are stupid and they just want to have fun now, they make the decisions based on what's fun now. This is how they end up with the boys, how they end up with the rappers. They end up with all these guys that are not good long-term prospects, but they're good short-term prospects because we live in a society of instant gratification. So the need to have fun or the want to have fun overrides being intelligent and getting long-term security. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. The reason why this is so completely unacceptable, right? Because people might say, well, Myra, why are you being so tough on this, bro? Why can't she have a couple of years of fun and then find a guy after? I'll tell you why. Because she's been ruined, for lack of a better term. She's been tainted. You understand? In order for a to get the experience and get it out of her system, she has to do things that disqualify her from being a real wife. You guys get that? So when girls say girls just want to have fun, let's not be stupid here and let's be explicitly descriptive. Have fun means casual relationships with multiple men and figuring out what they like and what they don't like. But what women don't understand is that process in of itself disqualifies them from getting the dream man. And it's your job as the brother and the dad to protect her from herself, to preserve her value so that she can go ahead and have more negotiating power in the dating marketplace and eventually the marriage marketplace. But we're too stupid to understand and too nearsighted to understand that we have a long-term problem that we need to fix, which is your security via a man. But when you go ahead and you go for short-term pleasure, that's going to lead to long-term pain. Why? Because you've had your fun in your 20s, you sowed your wild oats, but guess what? You've now disqualified yourself from the very men you wanted in the first place before you sowed your wild oats. And this is why hypergamy is so dangerous. This is why, whether it's a from India, a Muslim nigga from Iraq, a Native American guy in the United States, some Italian nigga from the Florence, or the Romans, or the Greeks, why is it that every single civilization of human beings since the beginning of time have done everything in their power to contain female hypergamy and promiscuity? Why? Because they understand that can easily be tainted, and once they're tainted, they can no longer demand full price at the sexual marketplace, which means the father and the brother are going to be stuck with supporting her longer because she doesn't qualify for a man that could be a provider for her. Do you get that? This is why a good brother or a good dad has an extremely vested interest in ensuring that their sister and or their daughter gets a man that could take care of them long term so they don't have to have that burden. So when men have skin in the game and know that I have to continue paying for my daughter or taking care of my daughter, guess what they're going to do? There's checks and balances. They're going to ensure the guy that they set their daughter up with is going to take care of her long term. So me as a dad, remember, example A, example B, I see one guy that's able to provide long-term security. That's the guy I'm going to go for. The other guy might have the things that are more attractive, but I know what's going to be better for my daughter long term. Men aren't as short-sighted as women are. But if I left my daughter to her own devices since she's going to go for the Chad. That Chad's going to break her heart, leave her. Next thing you know, she's going to be on TikTok complaining about how men ain't shit. And in the process of her with that Chad, she's picked up another body, she's picked up some trauma, she's picked up some bad experiences, and most importantly, her purity has been robbed. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Women are like glass. If you take a glass and you drop it on the floor, it smashes into 1,000 pieces. You could go ahead and hire the best repairer, some glass expert, he repairs it, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Every time you pour water in that glass, it's always going to leak. It's not going to be the same. This is why virginity has been such an important thing for men. Because number one, it ensures paternity, and then number two, it ensures that the woman is pair bonded to you. But now that we have this deregulated sexual marketplace, we got all these all over the place. You got a lot of, quite frankly, that don't deserve a long-term relationship. 304s. Now let's spin this back to what's going on with Larry, right? So as you guys know, for those of you that don't know, I'll quickly recap here. Larry Wills is married to this chick, okay? This girl, he met her in Dubai. I think she's a flight attendant for like UAE Airlines or some shit like that. She's Serbian or Eastern European of some kind, right? So as you guys can see here already, just off me describing a little bit about her, red flags all over the place, right? Literally, it's a communist parade. Red flags all over the place with this girl. Thank you, Fresh as Asian, for the 3 months to resubscribe. Now, when Larry got with this girl, he was probably the best that she could do at that time. She consulted on him, married him, probably got an enormous amount of benefits, citizenship, whatever the right? Once he started streaming, right? Once he started streaming and she got put in the limelight and became famous, guess what happened? Offers started coming her way. Other men started to slide. She realized maybe Larry's not the best option. People are making fun of Larry on X, calling him a people are calling him a people are making fun of him, insulting his masculinity, insulting his manhood. He's getting roasted, right? Meanwhile, she's getting offers. So what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Her, just like every other woman that thinks she could do better, she thought the grass was green on the other side. And this perpetual concept that women have in their mind where they always think that they can do better, this is the negative side of hypergamy. Women typically always think the grass is green on the other side, not realizing that the lawn that they're in right now is beautiful. The grass is great. The flowers rise. Every now and then you might see a weed here or there, but it gets pulled out in a week or two, right? But what ends up happening with is once they feel as though they can do better, it's over. Whether or not they can actually do it, it's important that you guys understand this. It all goes off her perception, not what's real, okay? A girl will open up her Instagram and see 1,000 DMs from higher status guys. She doesn't have the mental capacity and intelligence to understand none of these guys actually want her. They just want to have sex with her. What she'll do is she'll look at that and be like, look at all these options I have. But they're not really viable options. But we have a difficult time understanding the difference between viable options for long-term commitment versus options for sexuality. Women tend to conflate the two for their own ego purposes. So this is what went down. She probably thought she commands more respect and more value in the sexual marketplace than Larry. She thought she could do better. That led to the separation. I don't understand the, actual grievances here, but I'm willing to bet that's probably what it was. Because notice, shortly after he became a streamer and started getting into the public limelight and all this bad press came out on him, his wife and him separate. So I'm willing to bet that there was some type of infidelity, some type of disrespect or whatever the may be, where she thought she could do better. One thing you guys need to understand is if a woman leaves you 9 out of 10 times, that means she can do better, okay? That's what she means. She's betting against you. If she leaves you, she's betting against you that she can do better. Otherwise, she wouldn't leave because women are like sports scouts, okay? A scout's job is to assess the potential of a future athlete and their ability to create change on their team and get them a championship. That's what women are. They're scouts, okay? And if they don't see the potential or they think they can get a better athlete, they will go ahead and move on to the better athlete. That's what women are. They're scouts, okay? And scouting is basically hypergamy. So once she got in the limelight, once she started going viral, once Larry started getting all this negative press, once she started getting all this press, she felt as though she can do better. And that's more than likely what led to the separation. And this is why it's so important that you never get with girls that want to be entertainers. This is exactly why you don't let your girl ever think she's better than you. Because the problem with is women have this natural proclivity to think they're the main character. Since they're naturally solipsistic and naturally fucking narcissistic, which they are, I don't give a anybody tells me. Some of you might come in, no, they're not. Yes, they are. They have to be. They have to be more narcissistic because they're the more vulnerable and weaker sex. So since they're the more vulnerable and weaker sex, they have to be far more calculated in how they move. They have to be far more calculated with who they mate with. They have to be more strategic in what they do. This is why when a breaks up with you, 9 out of 10 times, she made that decision 3 to 4 months ago, Dom. You're just finding about it now. But women don't typically monkey branch in a day. It takes many days, if not weeks or months, for them to properly grab that branch and then let go of you and move on and go all the way in with that other branch. This is why over 50% of married have a backup guy. Did you niggas know that? And that's just that we're being honest. It's probably way higher than that. And in today's sexual marketplace where every girl has an Instagram, I'd say 90% at this point probably have a backup option that will gladly come in and take over from their husband or their serious counterpart. This is the new normal. This is the new sexual marketplace. Hypergamy is out of control. A girl like this chick right here, obviously, right? Yeah, she's attractive, cool, but she's getting closer to her 30s. She's with a multimillionaire, famous guy, successful, but she thinks she commands more power in the sexual marketplace than she left him. This is the hubris of the modern female. You guys get it? And it's only because she went viral with him streaming that she felt this way. Do you get it? This is going to be really toxic what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because a lot of you don't understand this shit. So let me go ahead and say this in a manner that will be understandable for you niggas, okay? Your job as the boyfriend, as the husband, as the male counterpart is to continuously remind your that you're the prize. Do you get that? I'm going to say that again for you niggas.
Hello, monkeys.
Your job as the man with your girl is to continuously remind her that you're the prize. Do you get that? Why? Because we live in a world where are idolized and worshipped for nothing more than to have a. So since there's pro-female propaganda all over the place and can do no wrong and there's simps everywhere that compliment them for just having a set of it's your job to constantly bash into her head, not literally, of course, because some of you guys were. It's your job to constantly remind her that you're the prize and you can replace her at any time. Because guess what, guys? She can replace you at any time. And she's constantly reminded of that. You get what I'm saying here? You need to let your girl know that she's just as expendable as she might think that you are. Now, why is this so profound and why so important? Because women aren't used to being with a guy that treats them as expendable. Oh my God, Myra, this is so toxic. It's the truth of how to navigate the sexual marketplace now. You could blame Instagram, you could blame TikTok, you could blame social media, you can blame the interconnectivity via social media, you can blame the simps. But the bottom line is this, women are out of control. Average think that they're above average. Ugly think they're beautiful, thanks to the internet. So now, to correct for this, you have to be the type of guy where you're constantly reminding your chick that you're the prize. Now, of course, I don't want you to walk in the house and be like, hey, I'm the prize. No, nigga. You demonstrate it by your actions. Other women want you. You carry yourself in a certain way. You don't tolerate bullshit. When you speak to her and you tell her to do something, you're very stern and decisive in what you say and what you do. You have very strong boundaries that she's terrified to violate. Not because you're going to do anything to her. No, we don't need violence. She's scared to violate your boundaries because she knows that you'll walk out the door. She knows that you'll look her dead in the eye and say, go home, get out of here. And you have the capability of getting another right then and there. That's the only thing, respect. Do you get that? It's the only fire that you guys have to fight fire with fire. They have 1,000 niggas in their DMs. They got guys complimenting all the time. They got people telling them that they're brilliant and smart when they're You know what I mean? Niggas probably told this Serbian smart. This is But I guarantee if we looked at her Instagram, you're so smart. Why are you with Larry? You can do better. You deserve the world. 50K isn't enough for you a month. You need 100,000 a month. And then she heard this over and over and over and over again, and she started to believe it. Then she starts to think, maybe I could do better than Larry. Then the disrespect comes. Then the unappreciation comes. Or the ungratefulness comes. That leads to separation. I don't know if it was her or him that initiated it, but I guarantee you, her behavior changed after the streaming, and that's what led to this. And this is precisely why I tell you guys, do not get with women that do social media. Do not get with girls that are attention. Do not get with girls that always want to be around, etc. Because what ends up happening is if you got a girl like that, that's an attention that needs that type of shit, it's just a matter of time until people are whispering sweet nothings in her ear and she thinks that she can do better. It's a mitigation strategy, guys, because the odds are stacked against you. The deck is completely stacked against you. A multi-millionaire guy that's attractive and good-looking and has shit together, he's gonna have to fight tooth and nail to keep an average in check. I'm gonna say that again for you out here. This is politically incorrect advice that no one's gonna tell you, but I'll tell you. A guy that's exceptional, tall, good-looking, money, status, etc., that nigga's still gonna have to fight to keep his line. That's where we are. That's where we are. Because hypergamy is out of control. You guys see how these come and act on our show. You see how entitled and rude they are. You see how they behave, right? You see all this bullshit. They treat us like that. We're clouded up. We got money. They're on our show and they treat us like that. What do you think they're going to do with a regular nigga, bro? This is the new normal, chat. This is the new normal. You need to move completely different now. You can't pedestalize girls. You can't be a simp. You can't be a sucker. You got to come in like, I'm the prize. And that you could be replaced at any time. That's the power dynamic you need to have in a relationship. I'm sorry, bro. I wish it wasn't like this, chat. I wish I could tell you to be a nice guy. I wish I could say give her a bouquet of flowers every time you see her. I wish I could tell y'all to spoil her all the time. I wish I could tell you guys that she can have guy friends. Whatever. But the point is, I wish that I could tell y'all niggas it wasn't like this, but it's not, bro. It's not. You got to be militant with these now. You got to be so goddamn on point. You got to be militant with them, man. Now, again, let me be clear here. I'm not talking about some random I don't care about that. She's for the streets. Who cares? You have some fun. Recreational use. Fine. I'm talking about anyone you want to take seriously. I'm talking about any girl that you want to make wife. I'm talking about any girl that you want to provide for. I'm talking about any girl that you want to like take seriously, like and be willing to die for. That's what I'm talking about. If it's some no, bro, what? There's two different lanes here. I'm talking about having a girl that you want to take seriously for a relationship where you might marry this or have kids with her. You have to look for all these things. And you have to have this dynamic with your girl. She needs to thank God that she's with you, not the other way around. Larry over here gave this talentless way too much credit, way too much pedestalization. Bro, she's some mid-looking Eastern European chick that takes thirst trap pictures on the internet, bro. Come on, man. Nigga, there's thousands of her. There's only one Larry Wheels. And it pisses me off because, like, bro, nigga, like, there's so many. There's a new turning 18 that looks just like her right now. It kills me. When I see guys that got their money together, got their life together, etc., and they're getting with these ungrateful, useless that provide almost no value. Bro, this was a flight attendant when you met her in Dubai. Get the out of here, man. Get the out of here. You were giving her 50K a month, taking care of all this other bullshit, and you guys are split. What are you doing? Bro, don't give her shit. I hope someone clips this and sends it to him. Don't give her shit. She constantly was disrespecting you, constantly undermining you, and she did this shit on fucking camera. You gotta put your foot down with these girls. I don't give a fuck what you guys talked about behind the scenes or whatever. This girl is a liability, bro. She's a liability. She cooked her credibility in a month over her dumb comments. Why is she saving DMs from niggas? Oh, did you know that Myron messaged me like 3 years ago? Like, I don't even remember you. Look at this DM. Off an old Instagram account that I don't even know if it's been banned forever. Why are you saving that, you weirdo? That's weird. That in itself is an enormous red flag. And let me tell you guys a dark secret about a lot of these. Women think it's a game and they love men giving them attention and guys of status. So like the fact, if your girl's ever here saving this, saving like screenshots from other men or saying, I hooked up with this guy or whatever, that's a red flag, bro. Like what she doesn't realize because she's so, because she thought that was a flex. Oh, see, look, he hit me up and I didn't respond. Oh, yes. I don't even remember that. And even if I did, who cares? That's not a flex for niggas to hit you up, you stupid. If anything, that makes you for saving the screenshot, man. But this is what I'm saying. This is the wherewithal of the average. You guys get that? The average has no clue that saving a picture like that and or bragging about that makes you inherently less attractive. Your mindset is. Once I saw that, I was like, yeah, this cooked. I knew right then and there. This is not gonna last. I knew right then and there, bro, this is not gonna last. Girls that do shit like that, the worst kinds, bro. The worst kinds. And again, I'm not giving you guys this monologue on females to shit on Larry. That's beside the fact. I'm just explaining to you guys, this is the new normal with and how you need to move. And when it comes to the Larry situation, I saw this coming. And I hope he stops giving her money. I hope he stops spoiling her. I hope he stops giving her this lifestyle. Guys need to make it like this. If you're no longer with me, the lifestyle ends. You guys want to know why it probably was easier for her to separate and then end this shit? Is because she knew that she'd be able to maintain the same lifestyle to a significant degree while not being with him anymore. You guys get that? She probably left because she knew, or she was okay with them splitting up, because she understood that she was able to maintain her same lifestyle to a degree while not being with him. This is why marriage is such a dangerous proposition. Because what ends up happening with marriages, right? You're going into a contract, you're going into a business deal with someone that's not incentivized to see the deal through because they get the benefits whether the deal continues or not. Think about it, guys, for a second. Think about this shit. Think about this. In a relationship, in a marriage, right? Man and woman split up. After the marriage, depending on how long it goes, the man is still on the hook for alimony. He's still on the hook for child support. He's still on the hook for potentially giving her the house, the marital house, 50% of everything that he accrued while he was with her. He's on the hook for everything. So in other words, his duties while he was married to her are still intact to some degree. But guess what? The duties of the woman, sucking every now and then, cleaning up the house, all that shit, she is not obligated to fulfill any of that shit. Get that through your head. After the marriage is done, you are still on the hook for your masculine burner performance. You are still on the hook for your masculine roles. She is not on the hook for her feminine roles. That's bullshit, and why none of you should ever get married in modern day society. That in of itself proves that marriage is useless to men. And also, this proves what I said before. Your job is to ensure that if she was to end the relationship, she is punished accordingly. She no longer gets the benefit of being around you or getting all the things that come with you. Lifestyle ends. Money, gone. Car, gone. House, gone. Get out of here. This is why it's so critical that you guys get a prenuptial agreement, that she's not entitled to any of your assets if things fail. And throughout the relationship, she's not entitled to any of your assets. This is a package deal. You want to sit here and be like, well, me and my kids come together. Okay, me, my status, my money, my resources, they come together. You are not going to be able to siphon value off from me while not being with me. Get the out of here. I didn't work this hard to have some Serbian take my money. Go back to being a flight attendant in the UAE, bruh. And the fact that Larry's being such a about this shit, I hate to say it like that, but he is being a about this shit. That is why she felt so comfortable with the split, because she knew that she was able to maintain a majority of the lifestyle she had with him. Now she can go get some other sucker and he can get the other part. So in other words, she's double dipping. She's getting money and security from this guy here while still simultaneously being able to entertain the marketplace over here. And I'm here to tell y'all niggas, never let these double dip. Ever. Never let these double dip. I'm not Tostitos. Get the out of here. Don't look like nacho chips, huh? No thanks. Relationship ends, everything else ends alongside it. Now, his problem is that he got married without a prenup. Man, guys, this is the importance of being red pill aware. If you're not red pill aware, guys, you're going to get cooked. And it pains me that this talentless is going to still be able to enjoy the same lifestyle with this nigga when she wasn't, and now that she's not with him.
No, I have not.
Help you sign a prenup?
I hope you signed the prenup. No, I have not.
Help you sign a prenup?
Somebody's asking me if I signed the prenup. I'm like, I have not.
Funny, I did bring it up a couple times early on, but I decided not to go forward with that. I trust her.
Bro.
I hope you signed the prenup. No, I have not.
Yeah, you're basically a sheep and you are trusting a wolf, because that's what are, like her.